much like other calypsonians, shadow is analogous to the griot, right? The griot, of course, from that oral tradition of West Africa. Okay, so for example, the Igbo people of Nigeria, you find that the griot is usually male, even though you do have female griots, and the griot serves multiple roles as storyteller, poet, musician, advisor, entertainer, counselor, for example, and also as a repository of cultural values and mores.
I sat and I asked myself, what is life? Why are they struggling to survive? What is the sense in being alive?
With those things that are passed down to other generations. And the calypsonian really serves a similar purpose.
If you're dead, you don't even know you're dead. What is life? Can anyone around give an explanation? What is life? Life is something. A young man asked for an opinion about a lady he wants to marry.
So in You're Looking for One, for example, there's this conversation, of course, between the addresser and the addressee. And the addresser is, of course, we gather that it is an elderly person. With regard to the conversational maxims, those maxims of relevance, he's relevant, right, of quality. He's saying the truth. What he has to say is sound. For example, with regard to quantity, he's saying exactly what he has to say, no more and no less. With regard to the maxim of manner, he's very direct, not obscure in what he's saying. So again, linking to that idea of being very bold and being very direct. And then we know too the rhyming couplets, right? The song, rhyming couplets predominate in the song, and they lend to rhythm and musicality and memorability, and also to those pithy and epigrammatic ideas, right? That's really important, because it's about the suitor, this suitor who lacks that readiness, good, and he lacks the qualities and the readiness to be a husband and to support a wife. He has no qualifications, no job, no money, for example. And this is really the thematic thrust of the song, good, which is really about financial security being integral to marital success. So that is another means whereby shadow in this song conveys that dreadness through the compositional maxims, through the rhyming couplet.
Shadow, the direction the music is taking right now with the soca business, and people say there's a pure wine and jam thing. You're not hearing much of the social commentaries. Your thoughts on that?
Well, I try to do it my way. I try to look for beautiful lyrics. The music itself is great, you know. If we could do more with the lyrics, we could get further with the whole product.
Shadow, let me say thank you very much. Keep on doing what you're doing, and we're looking for greater music.
Thank you. Well, next year I feel like I'm going to be sweeter than sweet.
And may the bass man still stay in your head?
Anytime I move, I die.
Shadow exemplifies the importance of oral literatures to our society, right? There are those who consider sometimes they consider the written literature to be more, I suppose, superior to the oral literatures. They tend to associate written literatures with pre-literate societies. You know, some of these kind of derogatory terms and impressions. but by and large, in our our Caribbean culture, both the oral literature and the written literature, they're important. And we have the calypsonian who really straddles both, because you have calypsonians who, yes, they're on the stage singing, good, and as I say, song is part of our oral tradition. And then you have some calypsonians who may be songwriters, right? We know some of them have people who write for them, but they are also, some of them are songwriters. So both the oral and the written, the spoken and the written, are very important with regard to calypsonians, right? That's at least associated with calypsonians, like the mighty Shadow, okay, who is one of, as I say, a legend and a giant in the calypso world.
In the country, man, they worse than Mappy P. When they making the racket, they just dress up in nice jacket. Some big fat mackerel, drink out the oil in the oil well. I don't know how they found the key, but I hear they empty the treasury. Snake in the valley, snake in the valley, snake in the valley, and they biting hard. Snake in the valley, destroying Trinidad. Mamma mia,